see how this works. Is that going to stay? Look at my hands. Okay, I am going to do the following. Miss Marilyn contacted me after I was showing my hard rubber Waterman 12 pens the other day, and she really liked this one, the Boinga 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 one. And that's it's really a sweet little pen, and somehow this is rhodia paper, but somehow I was able to make it feel more boingy on that older paper. But anyway, this is the Boinga 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 nib. And one of the things I thought, having seen how Ms. Marilyn uses and writes based on YouTube or FaceTime talking and seeing pictures of writing samples and seeing how the pen is held and movies of letters being made, there was something that suggested that this nib might be just a little tiny bit too soft for the muscles. So I thought maybe a finer nib. The fine was what Miss Marilyn really wanted. And this is similar to this, but it's a little sturdier. The pen is a little sturdier, so I'm putting these in order. That's the Boinga Boinga one, and this is the number one. So come on, right. Dip in the ink. These are nibs that I just sort of set in pens to test them out. So, and Ms. Marilyn only wants to buy the nib, not the rest of it. So this is number one. Why does it feel a little scratchy? Is it not set in straight? I may, in my fine tuning here, I may just decide that this is not going to work. Scratchy, I'm just going to write scratchy. Number one, scratchy. And I think it might be scratchy because of how it's set in this feed. Putting this nib in a different pen, in different feed, in different hole, might make it write all very differently. And I don't have Ms. Marilyn's pen to write with, so that might be a problem. This, she can send it to me, which is what she wanted to do, and I thought I could do it without that, but maybe having it here would be helpful. 2, this one is tighter, still has a nice flexibility, not quite as boingy boingy as that one, but the tightness that this has is something that she also was interested in. So that's number 2. Keep these in order. Number 3. What is this one going to be? 3. This is the smoothest of them so far. I noticed that she crosses her T's with a big horizontal slash, and when I tried this pen out, I thought, well, this would be perfect for those crossing the T's. And I know there's more marks to make when you're writing than a word that has a bunch of T's in it. Tintin tabulation. T, 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 T. And this one has a nice springiness to it. I think this is one that tight. And that says tighter too, but this is smooth. I'll say smooth. That'll make me think for crossing the T's, going horizontally, it's very smooth in that direction. Surprisingly smooth. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4. What is this going to be? Number 4. This also is very smooth, but I don't think this is fine enough. Medium. I'd almost call this a medium. Miss Marilyn is one of these calligraphers who, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, always presses down on the downstroke. And there's a limited amount of space to go from 0 to 60 and then to go back to 0. So that's why boingy boingy might be good, because it's very springy, but it's there's just a fragility to that might cause a problem. 5. This is probably the closest to boingy boingy. It has a very nice fine to it, but you have to lift up on the page, and you have to go kind of fast for me to get that boingy boingy quality. Boing-like. It's springy and rubbery. The return is good. One of the things that she was saying was the pen nib that's on the Waterman right now is not fine enough, and I'm just wondering whether these are going to be fine enough. This is another boingy boingy one, but it's too broad, I think, to start out with. It's very rubbery. This would be great for some people, but maybe not, because the fine isn't as fine. This might be the most wet and noodliest of them all, because it's wet. As you can see, it puts down a lot of ink, and it's very springy. Okay, where's my loop? It's very springy because there's a crack right there. Right there, there's a goddamn crack. These are pens that sometimes I can't see with my tired eyes that there's a flaw in this. But this pen, I've told you this before, I'll tell you again, there's a woman in my building that has a pen very much like this. It has a crack very much like this, and she's been using it for years. Not every single day, but she uses it a lot for certain things, and so maybe this will end up back on her desk when the one that she has finally loses its power to write, and the tine flies off into the stratosphere. So I have 5 here. So I will upload this, and was this the last one I did? Yes. Make sure I'm putting them in the right order here. See if any of these will work for her. I'll just include number 6, boingy. Boingy boingy. I didn't want to sell this before, but maybe this is the one that she wanted initially, and so I'll just make that for sale. And it's just the nib in this case. But this is sort of the work that I do when I'm trying to match up a pen to a customer. Most of the time the customer is talking about a nib style. I'll go through all of my nibs, almost all my nibs. I'll go through a lot of them and try to come up with a selection that might work for you, and take a movie of it, send it to you, take a picture of it, send it to you, talk to you live, show you how it works. And maybe at the end of all of these hours, I'll find the right pen for you. I know I could probably just have a picture of this, add to shopping cart, but you wouldn't get my seal of appeal. I want to give you my seal of appeal. I want you to be happy, and I want to be happy. I want you to be happier than me. I'm going to miss the pen that you have, but that's how it goes. Bye.